It's time to reverse engineer some of those big yearly goals. This is part 2 of my 3-part goal setting and goal crushing series. So if you missed part 1, make sure to go back and watch the video and set those big yearly goals first. Today, we're going to talk about reverse engineering their goals. This is a common mistake that I see so many people make. You set a goal for the year. I want to lose 25 pounds or be in the best shape of my life. Now, when you're setting goals, you may have heard of the term SMART goals before. Specific, measurable, attainable, all of those things. And yes, while I do believe your goals should be smart, I also don't want you to sell yourself short. I want you to go for it and I want you to dream big. I don't want you to have that fear of failure because, like I said in video 1, failure is simply data. If you are failing, then that means you are moving forward and closer towards your goals and dreams. Now, if you set just a yearly goal and in your head you say, I want to earn $100,000 this year with my business. And that's the goal you set. And you set it on January 1st, and then you don't look at it again until December of the end of the year. I guarantee you're probably not even going to be close to that goal. Or that's when you're really going to feel like you failed because you haven't looked at the goal. You set it for yourself and then you set it away. You need to have your goals in the forefront of your mind. And we're going to talk more about that in part 3 of this series, where we're going to set those daily habits to help you really crush these yearly goals. But the first thing we're going to do is simply reverse engineer them. So this is something you can do for your financial goals, for your relationship goals, for any of the goals that you have. You want to reverse engineer so you have smaller mini goals throughout the year that you can hit to make sure you're working towards that big goal. So say, for example, your big goal is to earn 6 figures this year, $100,000. You're going to divide that number by 4. Your goal is to be earning $25,000 per quarter. You're going to be breaking this down into quarters first because there are 4 quarters in the year, Q1, 2, 3, and 4. Once you have your quarterly financial goals, you can divide that into 3 because there's 3 months into each quarter. You're looking at right around $8,333 per month. Now, this number may seem more doable to you. Maybe you're earning $5,000 a month or $6,000 a month right now in your business, and you just need to earn a couple thousand more. Or maybe this seems like, oh my gosh, Courtney, that's crazy. If this seems crazy to you, don't worry. We are going to really set up your habits for the year in part 3. But the first thing you just need to know is simply the data. How much do you need to be making each month? And you can even go further than that and divide that into each week, right? So divide that number by 4. That's around $2,083 per week in order to be reaching that goal. Remember, the numbers are simply data. Some months, some weeks, you may be hitting less. And then some months, some weeks, some quarters, you may be hitting more. That is business, but knowing your numbers and being able to track where you are so you can reach that yearly goal is super important. Now, maybe one of your big goals was around relationships or wanting something, right? Like actually wanting to purchase something for yourself. Also, reverse engineering this and setting a date for when you want to accomplish this by is super important. So for the yearly financial goal, we know that end date, right? It's December 31st. That's the end of the year. Or maybe you're watching this in February. You want to do it in 12 months, whatever it is. But if it's a relationship goal, if you're saying, I want to improve my relationship with my spouse, I want you to really get extremely clear on what does an improved relationship with your spouse look like? Does that mean more quality time? Does that mean more sex? Does that mean more intimacy? Does it mean having better conversations? And I really want you to set the parameters around what that looks like. Same thing if you want a thing, right? If you're trying to purchase a new home or vehicle or hair extensions or whatever it will be, I want you to not only set a date, like I'm going to do this by this time, then you can also look at it if it's a thing. How much does it cost? How much do you need to be putting away each month towards that? Or how much extra do you need to be earning each month in order to achieve that goal? The more you can break it down into quarter and then month and then even week, the easier it becomes to accomplish those goals, because you're actually going to be able to track where you are in respect to that big yearly goal that you have. Hopefully this helped you. I can't wait to hear all about you reverse engineering your goals. If you have any questions, of course, drop them in the comments. I will be in there answering any questions that you have, and make sure to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. Come back next week for part 3. We are going to break down those daily habits that you need to be doing in order to reach those big yearly goals.